What I have here is my page that talks about the HTML lists module. And I want to add a table that's going to lay out the various types of lists, the uses, the tags that go along with that. So I'll add a table, and to that I'll add my caption. That's going to be my header or my title really for my table here. And then I can add a header and a footer. And don't really need the footer, but I want to show you what we can do with it. So I'll add one in here. And then we'll add in the body. So table body comes in last. And as I mentioned, the table footer does need to come before the table body because it's possible for client browsers then to have all this information about how to start to render the table before they start processing the body. So if you have a really long body full of lots of data elements, it can start to render that out and show it to the user before it's processed all of those inner elements there. Now we can save that, come down and look at it, and it's pretty boring. We have a caption and nothing else showing up under there. And the reason is we haven't put anything in the header, the footer, or the body yet. We need some rows inside of our table and some columns full of data. Before we do that, I want to show you one other attribute of the table, and that is the summary. So we might put something in here that says this table lists the various elements related to creating lists. Something along those lines. This is a summary of our table and what it shows. And while this won't show up necessarily in the user interface in the browser, it is a summary of what this table shows and can be used for things like assisted readers for someone who's visually impaired. So it's a really helpful thing to have out there to provide a summary of that table information. Again, as we update, we don't really see any indication of that, but it could be shown or read to someone so they can get a better sense of what's in that particular table. So we need to go back now to the slides and we'll figure out how to fill in the rest of these portions of our table.